How's it going, everyone? Nick here with HN Entertainment's review for The Mandalorian, Episode 1. So, The Mandalorian has been a show that a lot of fans of Star Wars, or just kind of casual viewers in general, have been very much looking forward to. It's been one of the most highly anticipated original streaming shows in recent memory because it's the show that's essentially launching Disney+. It's their biggest ticket item. You know, they do have a bunch of other original films and shows that are currently streaming right now, like Lady and the Tramp and Noelle, but the big ticket item that everyone wants to see is the first ever live-action Star Wars show from creator Jon Favreau, and starring Pedro Pascal as this lone gunslinger, the Mandalorian. So I'll try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, though I will dabble into spoilers towards the end, so be warned if you haven't seen the episode, or if you're just interested in spoilers, then you should be sticking around for that. So as for my initial thoughts on the episode, I was actually pleasantly surprised. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of what Disney has done thus far with Star Wars in live action. I don't really like the movies too much. You know, I had a decent time with all of them. You know, I never saw The Last Jedi, but the other ones are, you know, serviceable or whatever. But I really was actually looking forward to The Mandalorian just because it had looked very gritty, dark. It looked like a more adult, mature take on the Star Wars universe. And plus, I'm a fan of Mandalorian characters in general. I always liked the lore behind them. I liked how mysterious they were. I liked the bounty hunter kind of smuggler aspects of the Star Wars universe, especially from playing all the video games over the years. And I was really intrigued when they cast Pedro Pascal as the lead, and they said that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni were, you know, really behind the show, and that it was going to kind of be bringing back the grittier elements of Star Wars. And this premiere definitely highlights all that stuff and more. One thing that takes you back right away is just how beautiful the show looks. It's got amazing production design and production values, and I really am curious to see how much they spent overall. It's been rumored that it's cost about 100 to 120 million, which is actually less than the upcoming Marvel shows are going to cost, but it looks like they actually put tons of money behind this thing. Right off the bat, we get to see a sense of who the Mandalorian is as a character. He takes no crap from people, he gets the job done, he's always hungry and on the hunt for the next bounty to make ends meet because it's a post-Empire universe, so there's a lot of lawlessness going around in the galaxy, and you know, there's a bounty hunter guild that he's part of, which Carl Weathers' character, Grief Karga, is kind of the main guy behind, so he goes to him to get all of his work. But in this episode, he takes on a job that's bigger than he ever has before, that has tons of secrecy behind it. And that's where we get characters like Werner Herzog and Nick Nolte, who's playing an Ugnaught in the series named Cruel, and we also come across IG-11, voiced by Taika Waititi. Now, one thing that you can say about the Mandalorian pilot is that while it has a lot of good story elements going for it, it also leaves you with a bunch of questions, which I'm assuming will be told and explained over the 8-episode season. But overall, I was very impressed by the episode. I feel like it's a very strong start to what is hopefully going to be a really good season of television, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next with the characters. You do get a kind of a glimpse of who the Mandalorian was before he is this badass bounty hunter. It seems like a kid that had his village raided by Imperials and was kind of adopted by the Mandalorians. They have already confirmed that he is actually true blood and from the planet Mandalore, and that he was, you know, found and discovered and I guess taught the ways of the Mandalorian tribe. So all that stuff is kind of hinted, sprinkled in there. So hopefully, you know, through subsequent episodes we kind of start to learn more about who this character is. Now, spoiler warning here, this is kind of getting into the end of the episode, the big cliffhanger, which is why I guess they held off screening the season early to press, because they said the first episode has a major spoiler in it for the Star Wars universe. And that is the fact that the Mandalorian's bounty, the one that's bigger than ever before, that he had the option of bringing back alive, is actually a young alien, which the same species and race as Yoda is. So I'm guessing that was the big kind of, you know, cliffhanger that they were talking about, the big spoiler that was going to affect everything. And since this is post Return of the Jedi, it's a couple years after, I believe. So this should be interesting to see, you know, how this all ties into everything that's going on. But overall, I very much enjoyed the episode. I highly recommend you guys check it out. You can sign up for Disney Plus if you live in the US or Canada right now, and you can actually get a week free. So you can check out this episode. You can check out episode 2 on Friday this week and see how you like the series thus far. If you don't like it, you can cancel it before the trial ends or whatever, and you can just kind of get a glimpse of the streaming service as a whole. But if you guys got a chance to check out The Mandalorian, let me know what you guys thought of it down in the comments below. Did you guys get caught off guard by that big twist at the end of the episode? Which characters are you liking thus far? Did you like IG-11? I thought he was really funny. I liked his banter and interactions with The Mandalorian. And I also really liked the Ugnaught character played by Nick Nolte. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen for the rest of the season. So with all that said, be sure to check out The Mandalorian on Disney Plus right now. And for all things Star Wars and the latest in pop culture, be sure to subscribe to HN Entertainment.